On the 6th of May 2021, I was invited to join the Toontown Rewritten Partner Program after I made an application for it. It was something I was so excited about, but also felt like a massive underdog compared to the content creators who are also partners there as well. And over 4 years later, I'm still a partner. If you want to hear about my experiences over the years, I have done some videos about it, which you can find links in the description for. But before we go any further, for those who do not know, let me explain the Toontown Partner Program. The Toontown Partner Program are a group of individuals who are recognised as representatives of the Toontown Rewritten community. These individuals may be those who run communities or those, like myself, who are content creators. We are those who share the values of Toontown Rewritten and are therefore held to a higher standard when we engage with others, whether that be within Toontown Rewritten or in the various platforms we use. Now, let's get back to the video. Wait, whoops, sorry, didn't unpause the video. Which button is it? Honestly, why are there so many buttons on these controllers? Why is there a button for like and subscribe to this video? Almost there, everyone. Hold on. Right, here it is. So for today's video, I invited the Toontown community to ask their questions about the partner program for me to answer. So let's just jump straight into it. First question I've got is, why did you join the partner program? Toontown Rewritten was a game that brought me the same joy that I felt when I played Toontown Online as a kid. It felt like a safe space for me, and I got to be part of a wonderful community who are so friendly and fun to be with, and you don't always get that in many places in games or online. And when I saw some content creators who I appreciated that were actually Toontown Rewritten partners, I was really intrigued to learn more about it. Once I learned what it meant to be a partner, I could see why these creators were part of it. And with my love for the game and the community, I really wanted to be like those creators and be a representative and put that extra effort in something like Toontown to make some great content to bring the Toontown community together. And I haven't looked back since. You've been there for a long time. How has it changed over the 4 years since you started? It's gone through quite a journey over the years. I feel like the partner communities have been consistently strong throughout, whereas the partner content creators haven't completely maintained its strength. Since I've been here, there have been several content creators that have stepped away from the partner program, and there are a very, very small few of us still in it as content creators. On the other hand, I think the biggest highlight from being a partner was the release of Sailbot Field Officers and Sailbot Task Force. We were informed that we needed to keep ourselves relatively available during December when it was released, but we had no clear clue what was happening. So when they were doing these different news blogs on Toontown Rewritten's website and people were sort of trying to figure out what was going on, for my community, they were asking whether I knew, and I genuinely had no idea what was going on. We were left in the dark, and it made it so exciting. So when I was making content on all the different, like the hints and the little puzzle pieces, it was great because it was a shared experience with the community. Because I didn't know, they didn't know, we all got to be a part of it together. So when it finally reached the day of its release, it was such a special moment to share with the Toontown community. And I think one thing that has improved over the time has been the support from the Toontown team. Not that I didn't have the support at the start, I always did, but I think it's just improved so much in a really well done way. They've really developed their communication with us so we can give more feedback and share ideas on how to develop the partner program further. I, as well as other partners, have been able to see progress in this, which, for example, is the partner badges. That has been something that's been going on for a really long time. It's something that we as partners felt was needed, and the team gave us different design ideas and different ways it could be approached, and we gave our honest feedback, and they took that on board, and we came up with something that we were all really happy with, and we're so thankful that that partner badge is there. In addition, I think like different partner events such as Partner Palooza during Cartoonville and Partner Fest have seen such an increased level of support, where we're not only getting blog posts on the website about them, but also social media announcements as well as in-game announcements, which have made such a massive difference in the events that we host, as well as the wider team attending to help them out. Do you ever get tired of being a partner? I've always tried to change up my content on Toontown every so often, which has meant being pretty creative at times. Probably the best example of this is my Wheel of Silliness event. This, I think, started maybe a year or two ago, where during a stream, myself and all the Toons who attend the events will do being whatever a virtual wheel spins and ends on. So for example, that could be trying to make a specific street completely free from cogs, or shouting for potatoes instead of jelly beans in a bean fest in Donald's Dreamland. It's just weird and wonderful, and so many people love it because it's just very different, and these have been really successful, and I've been so proud of it and feel like being a partner has been great because of those things. However, there have been times where my ideas have really fallen flat in terms of interest, and that's when sometimes I feel really challenged as a partner, because I really want to provide fun and exciting things into Toontown, and admittedly there have been times I've wondered whether I'm not a good Toontown written partner. And it's in those moments I have felt tired being a partner because I've become too self-critical, and it's something that I do struggle with. I am very critical of myself, not just in Toontown but in general life, and that's something that I'm trying to work on. And it's in those moments that I have to step back, reevaluate, and also challenge my inner critic in those moments and actually think what has been the good things that have come out of it. So it's in those moments where I have reevaluated, challenged my inner critic, that I've sort of been able to address that sense of tiredness and have a renewed sense of excitement and creativity of coming up with new and different ideas. What is the goal? I mean, for me personally, my goal for the partner program is to really emphasize the tooniness in Toontown and ensure that every toon in the community feels welcomed into Toontown and has the opportunity to take part in fun and unique opportunities which brings toons closer together. And you know, for me, that's about being creative, that it's having something different going on. So it's not your usual Toontown gameplay where we're taking down cogs, doing field offices, doing buildings, although those are absolutely amazing. I always want to have something a bit different going on where we can really expand the different opportunities that actually are at Toontown. What's something you'd like to see improve in the future for the partner program? I think one thing in mind is I think it'd be great to have further visibility of the partner program within the game for the wider community to see. And Partner Fest is probably a good example of this, as there's signs that appear by the tunnels in Toontown to recognise partners. But not everyone in the community knows about the partner program or who the different partners are. And there have been multiple occasions where people have come to me and asked, oh, well, what is a Toontown partner? Like, what do you even do? And those are really valid questions to have. I think the partner badges will help with that, but I think there's a little bit more we could potentially do. I think one idea is to make use of unused buildings on streets where there are visuals about the different partners, and perhaps some NPC toons who you can talk to share about the partner program. And I think it might be quite fun, like almost like for the community groups, they have a base of operations in one of the buildings that give information, or even like a just for fun toon task that's focused around what they do. So like, for example, I'm going to use Justice is Blind. Like, Justice is Blind could have their own building in one of the Toontown streets. You go to them, you find out from an NPC toon a bit more about Justice is Blind, but they have a just for fun toon task that is all focused on lawbots. I think that would be amazing and so much fun. Or in my case, it could be that you can go to a particular building and there's an NPC who's a massive bow tie enthusiast, and your toon task is just to buy a bow tie. But that's a way just to get to know a bit more about me or about the community groups. And I think by doing these things, it would help bridge some of the knowledge gap and help open up new opportunities for the community to engage in new experiences through the various partners. And as mentioned, I think the partner badges in Toontown have been a really amazing step in the right direction, and I hope the development of visibility continues for partners. I mean, one thing of course I'd love to see is the partner program open up for applications again. I think there would be some great applicants to the program who could support in widening the opportunities for the Toontown community and being fantastic representatives. And I mean, if you know someone that you think would be fantastic for it, do comment below on a particular person that you think would be great for it, and I'd love to go check out their YouTube or their Twitch channel, wherever they are based, and maybe I might do a video just to highlight those different Toontown creators. So if you know of anyone, or if you yourself are a creator that you want to have a bit of a shout out for, comment below, let me know who they are, and I'd love to check out their content. These are just some of the questions that you toons sent through. There are so many, and thank you so much for sending them over. I know there's some that I didn't answer, which I may do another video about in the future if people are interested and have more questions. And if you do have other questions, please do comment below what they are. But I hope this gives you a better understanding of the partner program and gives you a glimpse of my experiences on it. And as I said, if you want to learn more on my experiences over the years, check out these other videos I did. But in the meantime, have a good morning, a good afternoon, and a good evening, and I'll see you all again next time.